I think my favorite thing about our team is our Madden ratings are really low, but we're pretty good at football. You know what I mean? We got good coaches. We got good guys that compete their tails off. We got guys that work extremely hard, and we believe in our coaches and we believe in our system. We believe in each other. And to see our defense, win us another game is huge. If they can hold people to 10 points in this league, hopefully more times than not we can win the football game.
Moreau just mentioned that he knew that that was going to be a touchdown, and he said the moment it left your lips. Did you know it too at that moment? And if so, then why would that be? Why would you know it before you knew it got in?
Foster can see better into the future than I can. I definitely knew there was a chance, but with him being that confident, that fires me up. I have reads to go through first, but I'm glad Foster was confident, and I'm glad the ball found him. He's a great player, and he's super young and under contract for a while, so that's good. There's certain coverages that they play where we could dial up certain routes, different things that you can dial up against them than other teams. I'm never into fantasy stats or my stats or anything like that. I'm into doing exactly what Coach Gruden wants me to do at a high level. I didn't do that well enough today. We could add more. Honestly, that's how I feel. I left the game, and I get our stat book, and I looked at it, and I was like, they look pretty, but I could have played better. I'm hard on myself. I think that's the standard Coach Gruden has put on me, and Ole and Johnny Moe is, we expect perfection, and I feel like I left a couple plays out there. There are some things without breaking down the whole game plan and their defense. We saw some things, but they also did a really good job as a defense of changing up their calls. They felt like a different coverage or a different front or a different stunt or they tried to mix it up on us. They tried to confuse us all game, to be honest with you. And our coaches were really good at throughout the week of preparing us for certain things that they might try. But you always turn the film on and you try and dial things up against certain looks, for sure. Yeah, they were super competitive. If I was into stats, I'd be happy. A lot of the times, right? Oh man, we did that on offense. We were able to run the ball like that. We were able to throw the ball. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you, about stats. The thing that I care about is what I said earlier: is the plan that Coach Gruden gives me, the things that he lays out for me, him and the offensive staff. I need to accomplish all of those things for me to feel like I did my job. And sometimes if there's, 60 plays in a thing, if 58 of them are good but 2 are not, it still bugs me, because I felt like, oh, man, I'm better than that. I could have done A, B, or C. You know what I mean, Scott? And so without saying too much, I just always, and Josh is the same way. Like, he never wants to put the ball on the ground, right? I threw an interception. He fumbled, If coach is going to put the ball in our hands every single play, one of us, then we need to be better.
Derek, you've been on some weird journeys with this team in the past. How does this
To say the least.
To say the least. How does this compare? Coach Gruden talks about your around the world trip for 6 weeks, and then you come back here where the emotions are running so high every time you're on the field, win 3 in a row. This is a little interesting way to say goodbye to Oakland.
Yeah, it's been fun, to be honest with you. We don't have many games here left at this stadium that are promised, right? We have a lot of work to do before we could hope for anything else. And right now, I've learned in my 6 years, which is a long time, at one place. In my 6 years, there's been a lot of things that have happened. I've seen a lot of different coaching styles. I've seen a lot of different players. I've seen a lot of different moods. I've seen a lot of different characteristics. I've seen a lot of things, and the thing I can say about this team is the people that were brought in by Mr. Mayock and Coach Gruden love football. They love each other, and they work extremely hard. And I will take that over, the most talented guys any day of the week. I think that that's what this year has taught me, is the closer a team can be, the higher level of execution on the details that a team can have, that is what wins in this league. And that's why you see week in and week out, man, how did that team beat that team? Or how did the execution and the details, even a step here or a step there, there's so much that goes into it rather than just incompletion. Oh my gosh, what's wrong? There's so much that I've seen with this team. It's been really fun because everybody, there's not just a handful of guys, it's literally everybody cares so deeply about the details of their job. And they're trying to do it not to get the fame for themselves, but they're doing it because they don't want to let the one next down to them. And I think that that's a special thing that you don't always have, in this league.
Derek, you mentioned,
Derek, what was through when you ran in for a touchdown?
Yeah. I was working on my step back, I guess, and I had a couple guys say to me, I guess, I've been telling them that I can play basketball. I've been telling them. And so now they believe in the step back at least. But jumping in there, honestly, I just saw the goal line, and I still haven't seen a replay. I haven't seen much of it. I just know in the moment, they did a good job of covering the play. And Coach always talks about extending the play. So honestly, I was trying to get out of the pocket to extend the play, hopefully to get someone open. But they did a good job on defense, and I saw a lane. I just tried to – all I got to do is get the ball across. That's it. That's all we got to do. So I was able to jump over and do that, and it felt good.
two more guys. We've had a lot of guys come off the street pretty much and step right in and play. Swearinger, Deion Jordan this week. Swearinger mentioned that really for the first time he felt like he was welcomed to a team right when he arrived.
Wow, yeah.
You guys had a team meeting and everyone introduced. Is that something that you also kind of take part in? And what about this coaching staff is different when it comes to bringing in rookies and new guys and
Yeah.
making them feel like a member of the team?
Without giving too many of Coach's secrets away, he does a really good job of making everybody feel important. You know what I mean? Whether you're brought in like DJ was on the free agency, whether you're a first-round pick, whether you're an undrafted free agent, he does a fantastic job of making everyone in that locker room feel special, like they have a place. You know what I mean? And it really reminds me of what family should look like, right? It's not always going to be perfect, but if everyone feels respected and wanted, then when Coach yells at us or gets on us, it's like we don't take it some kind of way like, oh, why is he on my case, or why is he on my head for? It's when he gets on us, it's like, man, we let him down. It's a different feeling than I've ever been around. And without giving his secrets away, he just does a good job of making everyone feel loved. To be honest. So I'm glad DJ said that, and I do. It means a lot to me to make sure when we get new guys, they feel like a part of it. Like, I don't want them to feel like they got to earn something. No, man, you're a Raider. Man, you're on our team. We love you, right? And I'm glad DJ said that because that's something that we've tried to emphasize here.
What did you see today in all season from Max Crosby?
Oh, man, Mad Max. He's still a rookie, so nothing good. You know what I mean? He's still got a lot to prove, but I think that people are starting to see the talent that he does have. I think they're starting to see how good our head coach and GM are at finding talent. And I think that Raider Nation should be excited that those two men are leading the charge. That we can find a guy like Mad Max, and he can come out here and have a 4-sack day. I haven't been around that many sacks by one guy, I think, since Khalil had 5, right, in Denver. And when Max can go out there and dominate a game like that, when Khalid can have the game that he had last week, when Benson can get those sacks, it just changes the way you play quarterback. It's tough, when the pocket's collapsing and things like that. So, I'm glad that he's not chasing after me. That's for sure.
Derek, you mentioned that you're in the pursuit of perfection, and you always have those little things that nag at you. How do you balance that with embracing this team's ability to kind of grind out these wins at the end of what they have to do?
Oh yeah. You always demand perfection. You always demand excellence, right? We're commitment to excellence, right? We're committed to making sure we're excellent on every play. But just like any coach will ever tell you, after that play, touchdown or intercept, who cares? Next play, because this league always comes down, as we've seen, it always comes down in the fourth quarter. 90% of the time, it's going to come down to a drive at the end. Someone's got to make a stop or someone's got to score the ball, right? And if you're too worried about the play before, you're too worried about those things, then you're wrong. But after the game, you know, making sure you don't make the same mistakes again, you have to be hard on yourself. You know, Coach Gruden, I promise you this, I know what's going to happen tomorrow when we come in. You know, he's gonna say, hey, good job, love you, man, but what happened on those 4 incompletions? I already know. You know, let's figure out why those were incomplete. You know, that's what we do. You know, and when you miss it, I told him, I was like, you know, sometimes I go out there and whatever that percentage that is, you complete that percentage, but you feel terrible because I'm like, man, I messed up that one play of yours. I'm sorry. You know, like you feel like you let him down. But that's the level that he expects, and he doesn't let you be comfortable, and I love that.
Last one, Drew. Easy to look at this portion of the schedule from the outside to see 3 home games after that long road trip and say, hey, this is a chance to take advantage. The fact that you guys did take advantage, get all 3 of these wins, what does that say about the team? How important was that to actually take advantage of a good portion of the schedule?
Yeah, when we were on that 11-month road trip across the globe. Thank you for that. I thought it was funny, at least. You know, when we were on that trip, I think we talked leading into, who was the first team we played? The Lions? The Lions at home, right? Leading up to that week, I was like, man, now we have set ourselves up to have a home stand at home with games that matter. You know, November is the games they remember, right? That's every coach has said that I've ever been around, right? And we asked our fans to be loud for us. They were loud for us. You know, we demanded that we won every one of those games here at home, and we protected this place because this is a special place. And we did that. Now we have to go on the road again. But when we get back home, hopefully, there's still some things that we need to be playing for. You know, and I hope that our fans are excited when we come back, but I hope they also, you know, make a couple of trips with us and turn some of those stadiums into silver and black.